Y'all, this year has not started out like I thought it would, and I haven't felt like myself lately. To be honest, I've been in a little bit of a homemaking funk, and I haven't been able to shake it. So today I'm going to share with you a few things that I've been doing, just a few small things to help me get back on track again. If I'm being honest, I feel like this mood I'm in started over the holidays. We ended up having to get a new drain field put in for our septic tank. We had our whole backyard dug up, we had trees cut down, and we weren't able to use our bathrooms between Christmas and New Year's. And it just kind of put a cloud over everything. I've been taking a few small steps to feel like myself again. And one thing is just to sit with it. Just sit with your emotions for a while and don't try to push them down. But then the other side of that is don't let yourself sit with it too long. And friends, I'm afraid that's what I've done. I have let myself linger in this bad mood for way too long. But I'm hoping that talking to y'all about it and making this video, it's going to get it all out and help me to move on. When I'm going through a hard time, I like to remember the good old days and the good times of my life. And one way that I do that is by listening to country music from the 70s and 80s. If you love music from that time period too, drop a heart emoji down in the comment section. And that way I'll know I'm not alone. My mama lent me a big old stack of her albums. And boy, she's got some good ones in here too. Y'all, there is just nothing like Alabama. And I just love this music so much. I could make a separate YouTube channel and talk about nothing but country music from the 70s and 80s. And I guess it's just because that's the time period that I grew up in. I'm gonna tell you, Mama loves her some Conway Twitty, and I do too. I saw him in concert at least twice, and y'all, it was something to see. That was one of the best concerts that I ever saw. She also loves B.J. Thomas. Oh, Glenn Campbell. Y'all, when I was a little girl, I just had the biggest crush on Glenn Campbell. I thought he was so handsome and so wholesome. And this song, I have a Spotify playlist also with 70s and 80s, and this song is on there, Gentle on My Mind. Oh, Charlie Pride has a special place in my heart. And Mama's got 2 of his albums. Conway and Loretta. I was not kidding when I said how much Mama loved Conway and Loretta. Have y'all ever seen the movie Coal Miner's Daughter? That is such a good movie. I even read the book, and the book was good too. Of course, the book usually is better than the movie. Billy Joe Royal. Do y'all know the song Down in the Boondocks? That's him, and he is from Georgia. I also saw George Jones in concert. Y'all, I love John Denver. Oh, he has a special place in my heart. When Maggie was born, it kind of rocked my world a little bit, and I didn't know what to do with a newborn baby. And then finally, I struggled for a while, and then finally, I put on my big girl panties and I told myself, you got to make a routine for this baby. And so every night at bedtime, we had this little routine where we would bathe her and put on this lavender sleepy time lotion. And then I would give her a bottle and play John Denver. And I just want to cry thinking about those times. Charlie Rich. Behind closed doors. Y'all, they had some racy songs back in the 70s and 80s. Oh, this is a classic. I also love outlaw country music. And Waylon and Willie are two of my favorites. I don't know who this is. I love Waylon, and I told my son Jack, look, you're lucky your name is not Waylon. If I would have thought about it, you could have been named Waylon. And when he was going through elementary school, he went all through elementary school with a Waylon and a Kanye. And I always think that's just so neat. When I was growing up on the west side of Savannah, we only had one country music station, and that was WCHY. And back then, my mama only listened to country music, and that's what I grew up on. Well, she had this old Volare, I think it was a Plymouth, and she would drive us up and down the streets of Savannah listening to this country music. Well, this Volare wasn't such a reliable car. And there were a few times when we would pull out onto the highway and the Volare would just shut off right in the middle of the road. And I was just a little kid then. And, back then we didn't wear seatbelts at all. And I remember sitting there with my eyes wide open, just wondering what was going to happen. But by the grace of God, we never got in a wreck. And that Volare would always start right back up. One thing that I like to do when I'm in a little bit of a funk is just take the time to do things that bring me joy. And one of those things is writing to my pen pals. That got me started working on a little project that I'm calling Bluebell Letters. Bluebell Letters is a snail mail subscription where I will send out one letter a month along with a few thoughtful little goodies to help you on your journey as a homemaker. If this is something you're interested in, I've got a link down in the description box. To get started, I have 30 spots open, and I hope to increase that as time goes by. The cost is $10 a month, and the link is down in the description box. And I forgot to say that you need to sign up by April the 25th, and I'll be mailing those letters out on May the 1st. When I get in a little bit of a funk, one thing that helps me is just to get out of the house for a little bit. I've been going on coffee dates with my daughter Maggie. And drives in the country with my husband. And a change of scenery can really do wonders for your mood. It's Saturday morning and we're headed out to some estate sales and yard sales. I didn't buy anything at the estate sales and yard sales, but somebody did give me this Bible for free. Lately, I've been trying to be more thoughtful about what I let into my mind. And I'm reading a book that I highly recommend if you're somebody like me who struggles with worry and anxiety from time to time. This book is called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. The copyright from this book is from 1944, but it still applies to today's times. One thing that I really like about the book is it's not a Christian book, but he includes a lot of scripture and a lot of lessons from the Bible, and that just makes my heart happy. And that just makes the book even better. I wanted to read the Serenity Prayer to you in case you've never heard it. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I wanted to share with you Hebrews 11:1, and I keep this little card on my refrigerator. Now, faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. You know, when we're going through trying times, we have to look at it as a season. I tell myself, this is just a season. It's not going to last forever. And you can be assured that God is with you in every season. And sometimes you may not even feel Him being there, but He's there. And let me encourage you to have faith and hope that things will get better. If you've been feeling like this too, you're not alone. And maybe you don't need a big reset, maybe just one small step in the right direction to help get you back on track again. Don't forget, if you'd like to sign up for the Bluebell letters, I've got a link down in the description box for you. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to get these letters in your hands. Until next time, happy homemaking.